This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Skol Gang 365. I'm your host, Darren, along with Skol here. What's going on, everyone?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, crowd?
So, what's your thoughts on these new uniforms? They're fucking icy, dude.
Man, them motherfuckers so fire, and everybody know it. See, you even know it when it's fire, when the rivals are fucking sharing the shit. Matt Ramage shared it. You know, the look King Packer talking about some. Yeah, why do they need those though? They play in a dome. I said, bro, just admit the jerseys was fire, and you had to share it. Yeah, everybody's laughing. They know what's up, bro. We gotta start putting them motherfuckers to work. I don't care if we play in the dome or not.
Man, I'm excited for the us wearing those jerseys, playing the fucking Bears. That's a rematch from last year. They beat us with their fucking kicker. This year, it's gonna be a different story.
Hell no, ain't gonna be no Nick Mullins out there. Josh Dobbs out there throwing interception parties. And not even just that. When we play the Lions, bro, you know, they got those all dark jerseys, all black, kind of black, more black. If we wear all whites versus those, that should be cold.
Hell yeah.
Steven had brought that shit up. But yeah, the motherfuckers it's going down, bro. We gotta make work of it.
Man, not only that, but like having all these new faces in jerseys. Fucking, you got Aaron Jones now.
Yeah,
gonna be wearing our colors. You got fucking Van Ginkel wearing our colors.
Yeah,
like Cashman, fucking
Jahan Ward,
Greenard.
Yeah. That big ass tank Jahan Ward, that motherfucker we got from the Giants.
Shaquille Griffin.
That's one person that's gonna be my dark horse player for the Vikings this year, bro. That's gonna be the player that nobody really talk about. He had one good year, but 2 years ago, I think Brian Flores is gonna be able to get a lot out of that motherfucker. For real, bro.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, some of you motherfuckers don't got no corners. For one, we definitely do. They might not be all-star name corners, goddamn it, but when you put them with the other shit we got, they make do. Byron Murphy, I'm really not a big fan of his. I was when we first got him. But he was kind of getting cooked last year. He's an inconsistent motherfucker. That motherfucker let Baker Mayfield fucking take him for a ride. No bullshit, bro. that motherfucker told him to get his weight up. You let Baker Mayfield tell you to get your weight up? And then Keenan Allen. And then now we got Keenan Allen in this division. Keenan Allen cooked his ass for like 200 yards last year, bro. That shit was hard to watch.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Ain't going to be no Nick Mullins in there fucking giving motherfuckers 2 to 3 picks a game.
Got a lion in the house.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on, Jeremy?
Oh, Money sent me the invite, so I said, hell yeah, let's go.
Let's get it.
Second hour in a row.
All right.
Hey, Jeremy, how you feel about the Justin Jefferson deal, bro? Do you feel it's fair? You feel we overpaid him? How you feel about it?
You guys paid him what the market bears. That's what it all boils down to.
Thank you.
You guys actually got a very good deal the first 2 years, which is kind of saying, if you look at it, it's kind of like what the Lions did with Jared Goff. It's 2 years saying, hey, you got to do it or you're going to be gone because we ain't paying you in year 3 that $39 million if we ain't won a playoff game. That's what they're saying.
Yep. And no bullshit. I agree, bro.
Do you disagree with that assessment? Because when I looked at it, I said, man, it's just like what we did with Goff. We lowered his cap this year, gave him a little more next year, and then it's like, hey, this is 2 years, Super Bowl or bust for Goff.
And then like with Penei Sewell too, is here. People don't understand a lot of these deals. TJ Hawkinson, a lot of these deals are going to be a wash a couple of years down the line, bro. That's why you do it now. You know, you secure the top talent. That's why I wasn't mad at the Amon St. Brown deal at all. I thought he would get a little less than that, but no, he has earned it, bro. Same way with a lot of these guys. For real.
With Amon-Ra, he was going to agree to it back when it was 26.5 a year that it was averaging out to be. But
Okay.
he wanted more years because Brad Holmes just wanted a 3-year deal.
Okay.
So
Oh,
until he got to that 4 or 5 years, Amon-Ra was like, nope.
right. Hell yeah. And you motherfuckers
And
just
I
put
don't
50.
blame him. I don't
You
blame
gotta
him.
think, Jeremy.
But
You
Jared
put
Goff,
1,500
as good as
yards.
he is without Amon-Ra St. Brown on this team, hell no.
No,
Because
not at all.
you know what Jared Goff is? He's the same as Kirk Cousins. He's as good as the sum of the team around him.
There you go. And
Right,
then if he starts off hot, Jared Goff's like Kirk. If they start off the drive, the game 7 for 7 and a touchdown on you, you're gonna have a long night. But if you can pick them off during that first drive or sack them up, brother, you'll change the ball game.
It does. It does 100%. And that's my only thing that I have tried to tell. I'm as real as I can be with my fans about my assessment of players. I said, and if you think about this, it works out perfect because what is 2026? The last year of Hendon Hooker's rookie contract, which means we can sit and develop him and do the Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers treatment. We don't have to get rid of him. Why not have a competent young backup to come in if
No.
anything happens to Goff?
Jeremy, this is my thing with that though, bro. Are you sure? Because they said he's a nice talent, bro, and that only the reason he slid is because of injury. Are you sure he's about to sign on for that, bro? He won't be. He'll be 30 years
He
old
already,
when
he already accepted it. He's
he'll be 30
already
years old, bro.
he'd be asking for a trade right now. He already accepted it.
Yeah. So far, it just happened, bro. I'm saying a year or two down the line, he might get to thinking in his head, man, I'm better than this motherfucker. I'm better than this dude.
Fine. I want that competition. I want him to come
Prove
out
it in
and that
camp. There you go.
fuck you, Goff. Watch this 50-yard dimes to JMO.
Hell yeah. That's why
But
everybody called Atlanta stupid.
if you look at what's happening with the OTAs, I don't know. I check everybody's OTAs.
Me
You
too.
know, and I already seen that JJ is struggling, and that is what it is. He's a rookie. He is
right.
going to struggle.
I know you're not talking about JJ McCarthy.
Yes, he is
Where
struggling.
you hearing that? Where you hearing that he's struggling at, bro?
I just read that where he's actually working out with the third string team right now. Right now, Sam Darnold's working with the starters. Nick Mullins is working with second string, and JJ McCarthy is working with the third string.
And bro, every report I'm hearing about it is that motherfucking Darnold might lose this job before week 1 even gets here. They said the kid's
What's going
doing
on,
good, bro.
Calvin?
I'm just saying, there's alternate reports everywhere on everything.
Right. Obviously,
The
yeah.
funny thing is,
OTAs.
the funny thing is every beat writer has said the same thing. Do you want to know who the most improved vet on this roster is coming into the season for the
Who's
Lions
that?
right now after OTAs? It's Jameson Williams.
I find that hard to believe, Jeremy B.
Even Dan Campbell said it in his presser the other day.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna give him this. I'm gonna give him this year because listen, Josh Riddles and a lot of them, and obviously motherfucking Sam Laporta took away a lot of targets for him. With Josh Reynolds out of the way, he has no excuses now, bro. He's gonna get all those. He's gonna get all those targets.
I still say to be realistic because this is his first real off season. If you remember, he got hurt during the off season last year, and then he served a suspension. So that's going to hinder your development. The year before, he didn't even touch the field when we played you guys in week 11.
Yeah, he got a touchdown against us. I mean, one of them games.
Play action pass where he turned around and waved at Goff because your safety wasn't covered. Said, "Hey,
bro, he burnt the hell out of Cam Bynum. He was too fast, bro. By the time Cam Bynum looked, that motherfucker was gone, bro.
I know. I was just making funny because it looked
like. Yeah. But he stepped his game up too.
Yeah. And that's great. I'm glad to hear when young guys are stepping their game up for every team. I'm not here to talk shit and be a bullshitter or that stuff. I'm just saying what I've read.
Yeah. I like when the no-name guys step it up too, bro. Guys that weren't supposed to be stars and shit.
Right. And so far, Arian Arnold's looking as good as advertised. It's looking like what they're saying so far through OTAs. Our CB1's going to be Carlton Davis III, the guy we traded for. Terrion Arnold will be the CB2. And it's a dogfight between Amik Robertson and Ennis Rakestraw and who gets to be the nickel corner.
Okay.
And
because Branch can also play that, can he?
Branch has actually been moved to starting safety now that Tracy Walker's gone. Kirby Jones go back to free safety.
Maybe Aaron Glenn ain't as dumb as I thought he was, bro. That motherfucker, he's doing some decent shit.
Well, because that's where Brian Branch played all of Alabama, other than in the nickel. He played strong safety and was a dog for him tackling back.
Yeah, but I know they could switch him out at corner in the slot if they needed to.
What's going on, Jeremy?
Hey, John, good to see you. How you been?
Been good. How about yourself?
Doing great. Can't
So,
wait. I got all sorts of good stuff going now.
so how do you feel about the Lions? Looking at the roster, what they did in free agency and the draft, what do you like so far? What don't you like?
There really wasn't a lot not to like in the draft. I mean, the Sion Vaki thing, when I saw he was a safety and we drafted him, and then all of a sudden it comes up that they drafted him for running back, and I was like, okay. So I had to do some research, because all I looked up was his safety stats. And when I actually looked up his offensive stats and on special teams, now I know why they drafted him. He's a perfect replacement for Craig Reynolds, who is either feast or famine. There is no in between with him. He's way too inconsistent. Whereas Sion Vaki with Utah, he had a 94.9 PFF grade as a running back. That's nuts.
Okay.
That is nuts.
But you're also talking about the Pac-12, where defense is an option.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, they aren't trash. They ain't like goddamn, but that's middle of the pack.
Well,
right.
Based on how the Lions ended last season, I mean, they were close to the Super Bowl. I mean,
yeah, we were 30 minutes away. That's the way I look at it.
I felt like you guys maybe 3 or 4 plays away from going.
The big play was the luckiest catch ever made off of a bounce off a face mask. For that ball to bounce up perfect like it did to Brandon Ayuk, that's nuts. The odds against that the point of a football can hit a half-inch wide piece of metal and bounce perfectly to another guy's hands. You know what the odds are against that?
Right. Well,
Jeremy.
What did you like, and what would you like to see continue to happen? And what would you like to see change with the Detroit Lions going into next season?
The thing I want to see change is if it's working in the first half, don't adjust from it in the second half. We saw it all year. If the running game was working in the first half and leading the way, where you got more rushing yards and touchdowns from the run game, and then you go to this pass, incomplete, and not get a first down and 3 and outs in the third quarter, I don't want to see a switch when it isn't necessary. I understand until a defense adjusts to you and stops it, don't change it.
And then Jeremy, why doesn't he just let Ben Johnson call the play, man?
Ben Johnson does.
I mean, I know he lets him call the play, but he's the one deciding whether to go for it, kick it, or all of that. He needs to let Ben Johnson get full range, man.
Guess who had the best 4th down conversion rate in the NFL last year?
I understand,
but that's the 4th down conversion is probably what killed you.
That's why he wouldn't let it go,
was another factor that killed you guys.
But was the play call wrong? No. It actually hit the wide receiver in the hand. If the wide receiver takes a catch,
he's supposed to take that field goal, Jeremy.
No, and not when you got a guy outside other than Denver and in Ford Field past 45 yards, his accuracy is less than 45%. You don't trust that guy on a 47-yard field goal.
Even when you're up 17 with the Super Bowl on the line.
Nope. And do you want to know where I felt I think they made a mistake? Taking a field goal on the 2 when we gone for it all year. Why not just punch it down their throat? They weren't stumped.
And then they're supposed to. I didn't understand that either. I'm like, what the? Out of all times, that's the time you go for it. All he had to do was send Laporta on a slant, man.
Right. We'd have been up by 21 at the half. You know what happens if that whole half goes exactly the same way? We're going to overtime.
Caught a momentum switch, man. That momentum fucking switched over, bro, from Dan Campbell.
I think that's Dan Campbell's. Sometimes he goes for way too much when it's like, okay, I'm going to predict he's going to go for it on 4th and 7. It's like sometimes, just fucking kick the ball or kick the field goal, just something.
The is that we converted on 4th and 19, 4th and 8, 4th and 7, and 4th and 6 better than we did at 4th and 5 and 4th and 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all are easily the best team on 4th down in the NFL, I'm sure.
But at 4th and 3, in the regular season, we were 75% successful. And when you add in the post-its in all 3 games, because remember, they went for it every time under 4th and 3.
Well, like an example in that game against
86% for the season, even with the 2 failures.
in that game against Dallas, I think that if you guys would have kicked the field goal, I think you guys would have went into overtime and won in overtime. But
Right. Now
Dan
that
Campbell
one, I completely agree with you. When we got hosed, because we all saw Decker was nowhere near those refs. Decker was there
That's Dan
reporting.
Campbell trying to be too goddamn tricky, man. Dan Campbell trying to be too tricky, man.
But
He's too stubborn. He got stubborn there.
But
I will admit the plays are good though. The plays that he calls on 4th down are good. I'll admit that.
But I'll also say if you guys win that game against Dallas, you get the number 2, you get Green Bay at home. I think that would have been an L right there. That would have been an L.
It might have been the way they were playing because Aaron Jones was running out of his mind. He was carrying that team through the playoffs.
Oh man, the way they just
he was stomping Dallas,
man. Jeez,
he stomped them.
Aaron Jones alone beat Dallas.
Yeah.
So imagine how he's gonna feel, Jeremy, at Lambeau with the Vikings this year. I'm thinking 2 to 3 leaps, man. 2 to 3 Lambeau leaps. They better not push his ass down either.
No, they won't push him down, but you'll have that one lady in the end zone likes to pour beer on opposing team players.
Yeah, he's definitely getting that.
Well, Jeremy, how do you think? Do you see the Detroit Lions winning the division again, or do you see it being a competitive division with Green Bay?
I think it's a competitive division. It could be one or 2 in this division. I expect them to win the division because if you really look at it, every team improved. But at the time, Detroit was above the Packers then, right? By 2 games. So even though they improved, it might only be a 1-game gap now. Either way, I can't tell you what it's going to be. But my projection is I think we can win somewhere between 11 and 13 games. It all depends on how it's played out on the field. If it all goes, even if we have a slight step back, I think this still is an 11-win team.
I got them exactly. I got them at 11-6.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think Philadelphia is going to reclaim the NFC this year round.
They could.
You think so?
They could if Jalen
I'm playoffs, John. But
when they got Saquon Barkley, I was just like, oh my gosh,
that Packers might injure that motherfucker.
All I know is when I saw that Dallas was only free agent moves was signing Zeke. I was like, oh, there's a 10-win season.
Trust me, I hate the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. Oh my gosh, if they lose,
I hate them bad,
the happiest dude in the world. That is the worst fan base in football, right there. You go to their games, they threaten you. They threaten your kids. That's the worst fucking people.
Not only that, but they sit there and they throw trash at you.
Yeah, just the worst pieces of shit in football, right there. Is the Philadelphia fan base right there? You know.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. All fan bases are like they get like that, but not like 95% of the fans in the side of the stadium.
Right.
It's like maybe 10% of the fans in US Bank Stadium, 10% of the fans in Ford Field or Lambeau or Soldier Field or
That's why I say one of these days, boy, we need to load up like 10 fucking airplanes up and just go down there for a game. You see how you see when San Francisco came there for that playoff game, they didn't want no smoke with that crowd. And there was only about 50 of them. They was scared as fuck. They didn't bust a move with San Fran. Whole crowd, the whole gay ass Niner Empire walked through there and they didn't get touched.
Right? True. Wasn't there like somebody's brother went to that game? Who was it? Was it Bosa's?
Yeah.
Brother, something like that went to that game. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking shit to him.
Yeah, but they didn't want to step to him. The big dude, man.
And he treated him. He said, I'm doing this because I can afford this shit, unlike you. He treated his ass.
But, comparing Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson, they're 2 very different wide receivers.
Right.
Amon-Ra is more of a route technician and the sure-handed guy, and he works like a dog to get everything. Whereas Justin Jefferson is that deep threat, can go over the top and get it on anybody.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I don't – it's like a 1A, 1B of the division. I got Darnell Mooney behind both of them.
I do, too.
I mean, who's the – DJ Moore, excuse me.
DJ, I know what you meant.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney left because I told everybody it was like a week into free agency. I said Darnell Mooney wants out of Chicago, and they said, "Oh, look at that, they're in contract talks." I said, "What happened?"
Yeah, he's in Atlanta
now. He left.
Yeah, hey, so Jeremy, this gonna be the first time in a minute that you guys got the first place schedule, man. You think that's why I say I got the Lions still at about 10 to 11 wins myself. I think they're still the favorites to win this division. Because they did pick up where they slack at. They got Carlton Davis, got the corners out the draft. DJ Reader, that's a bad. I know he's a bad motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was the best. That was the best signing that the Lions made, if you ask me.
Hello, Mr. Rob.
What's going on, Rob?
Rob, what's up, bro?
Yeah, the quietest signing that nobody's talked about because he was a cast off from the Bears roster in 2019, went to the CFL, lingered around a couple of years, and then all of a sudden had a breakout year and ended up being College Football League's Defensive Player of the Year with 18.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 5 pass breakups, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 recovered. And he's looking like he's every bit of that. Here is the elite bend and the change of direction skills of Matthew Betts.
Okay.
He has actually been showing out. They said nobody runs on his side. So not only is he a pass rusher, but he's a guy that has a nose to find the football. He has those natural instincts to go with the talent he developed over the last couple of years. And it just goes to show you that Matt Nagy and his crew that let him walk out of there, they could develop Polaroid film.
That motherfucker's crazy. Jeremy, one more thing, bro. I'm gonna ask you one more thing. So with hold on, with this way this shit's constructed, with the way hold on one second. No, go ahead, John. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
I was gonna ask you, do you think the NFL, you think viewership's gonna be high this year? Or you think it's gonna be low considering the NFL's got the no hip tackling? Because it's gonna be really defenses can't play defense now. They simply can't play defense.
You know what's funny? As bad as everybody was mad about it, Kirby Joseph was ahead of the curve by going for knees because that's the only good place to tackle anybody.
Getting his form together.
Yeah, but eventually you're gonna start seeing people's legs break, and then it's just like, okay, but what's next?
That and nobody's really discussing it. Have you seen the new CBA that they're projecting for 2026? The rules that they're putting in for the games, preseason games, OTAs, everything else. They're doing away with all OTAs.
Good.
You go straight into. No, listen.
That's good, bro.
No, we already have a problem with soft tissue injuries from less workouts.
Right.
In the last 5 years, soft tissue injuries is up 30% league-wide. Not just any one team. That's across the whole entire league.
But so they're going to also take the extra preseason game out, right?
I don't mind them taking the extra preseason game.
They are doing that?
They are doing that.
Okay, it's good. At least that.
Games, and it's going to 18 regular season games. That's a wear and tear on the body that these guys not be prepared for by taking away more workouts in the off season. They say it's to hinder off season.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. Okay,
you're not going to be in condition if you ain't doing those 10 days of OTAs between the
exactly.
Jumping right into the shit. Now I see what you. Okay, Jeremy, I see what you said. And that hip drop tackle shit. Man,
the hip drop tackle, if you actually read it, it's worded wrong. A hip drop is the way a cornerback is taught to pull somebody that's bigger than them down from behind. It's where you wrap them by the waist and you drop your hip.
And your whole weight. You drop your whole weight on them. Yeah.
Right. Whereas if you actually read the letter of the rule, it should have been called the wrap and roll rule. Because what they don't want is you to hit somebody in their midsection and roll across their extremities.
Okay. And I remember the question.
The wrap tackle's still good as long as you wrap them and take them straight down. You can pick them up, body slam them.
But that's the problem. You're talking about but you're talking about somebody anywhere from 200 to 245 pounds moving at your full speed. I mean,
Dan Laporta,
the laws of physics say it's not going to work in your favor. You're going to hurt yourself trying to tackle them. You know,
right? That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot. I bet
you'll get hurt.
Lower extremity injuries will actually go up because it's safer for somebody to aim at somebody's thighs or knees than it is to aim for their waist anymore.
Right. You just wrap yourself and then you kind of go with your weight and kind of pull them down. Yes. Yeah.
Jeremy,
right.
And we're both in this boat. I want to ask you this, bro, before I forgot. Because I hear a lot of people say this shit. And I don't necessarily believe in it, even though we've seen it happen with some players. We're both in this boat right now with St. Brown, Panay Sewell. We just paid Jefferson, Hawkinson. You know, we got Christian Darrisaw down the line. People always claim that once a player gets his bag, that he's for sure to fall off the next year. He's just for sure about to say fuck it now. I don't think any of these players are about to do that, bro. I think they're going to be the best players you ever seen.
No, you're talking about a different style of player. You know, we're not talking about Romeo Aquara that had one good 10.5 sack season. Give him a bag, and then he goes out and it looked like he injured himself. That was a big contact injury. He was like, "Okay, I'm paid."
Real shit, man.
But I'm
Yeah,
just saying, this isn't that type of situation. These are guys that have earned their contract.
Robert Bartana, you paid $7 million a touchdown.
Sure, we'll break it down by the yards. He gets 1,000 yards minimum every season. So it is what it is. They paid $350 a yard.
Robert Bertana, when you guys gonna get some guys like that worth paying over there, buddy? When you got, because I'm telling you right now, Jordan Love saved y'all from being in the basement last year, Robert.
I think Romeo is the real deal, 100%. He looks
Y'all
good. You
with
continue his
that fourth
progression.
place shit.
Let's get
Packers got the
Robert
fourth
on
shit.
here.
Oh,
Let's get Bertana on here.
he'll come. I sent them the link. The Packers got the fourth hardest schedule in the league. A new DC. The motherfuckers are a sophomore slump away, from Jordan Love away from being in that damn basement. I already told him. Sophomore slump away. But the Bears have started Caleb Williams, they got that bitch on lock. Trust me.
Yeah, I said something to a Bears fan, and he thought I was delusional, but I said, look at what Tyson Bagent did during those 4 games that Fields was hurt. He went 3 games without throwing an interception. That team won 3 games, and then he had a bad game, and Justin Fields gets healthy, and they were like, well, he had a bad game. Let's throw Justin back in. They lost the next 2 games.
Right.
You remember that? Because Justin couldn't maintain a lead versus the Lions just before the Thanksgiving. That was the second game in a row he lost after being healthy.
Yeah. Well, I will give them some credit. They did update the roster a lot to build around the motherfucker. They should have did that for Justin Fields. But the thing is, you're still starting a rookie, bro. You know how teams are going to play him. Like I said, I wish he was starting week 1 in Minnesota. He can get this blitz rate. They're about to give him that welcome to the NFL party. I'm telling you, they're probably going to beat Tennessee week 1. They'll probably beat them. But when they run into Houston week 2, Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter is going to have a party set for that young kid.
Yep.
They're going to have a toast every time they hit the quarterback.
That shit might get nasty. He's already a sensitive little fella.
I know. Doesn't he wear like fingernail paint or something like that?
Fingernail paint. He'll be in the stand hugging his mom.
Man, they said that motherfucker known to cry like Paulo off when he get off a 24-pack.
The best part, as you see right here, I framed it. That's my stuff from the draft where I sat in my press pass. I'm in there watching all these interviews. And at the end of Caleb's interview, one of the reporters says, "Hey, Caleb, give us a bear down." He leans over, he grabs that mic, and he goes, "Go Bears."
Hell no.
So I'm going to find out whatever the alternate Bears uniform is. I'm going to order it custom, and it's going to say LGBTQB1 right on it.
Hell no, bro.
Now
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a fun year for the North, though. But collectively, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a fun year collectively, bro. I think the only other division that'll probably be a little bit better than us, and that's the AFC North. But I'm telling you, we'll be up there. We'll be right up there. We'll probably for sure sending 2 to the playoffs.
All right, here we go. Bartana.
I think the AFC East is going to be a good one too.
Ooh, that's a good comeback, Bertana. You had to throw the money in there, huh? But the thing about it is, if Jordan Love is not on his game, those guys aren't going to be good enough. You're going to wish that you didn't have a $12 million payroll. Did you not see how those guys look when Jordan Love was, bro? How are they looking when you lost for the whole goddamn month in a row versus Kenny Pickett, DeVito, Derek Carr, Desmond Ridder? All the motherfuckers I just named are worse than Sam Darnold, bro. They didn't look too hot when Jordan Love wasn't looking good. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
When we played him in Lambeau, didn't they? I mean, Ford Field North.
Come on, Robert. Come on. Give us that energy on here.
I thought Jordan Love looked great. I think I heard Lions.
And all these Packers always keep on talking shit about JJ McCarthy.
And Jake Giles, Love stinks.
JJ McCarthy, they always want to talk shit about JJ McCarthy, and this kid ain't got a chance. This motherfucker's 63 and he lost 3 games since high school. I don't want to care about how many times he hit the red ball off. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm so surprised to hear you say that. I saw a couple of little reports, but for the most part, bro, they said he's shining, bro, right now. They say he's picking the shit up. They say he might take Darnold's job, bro.
Good. I hope he does. But in all actuality,
I don't
wanted
want
him
to.
to sit a year. I wanted him to sit a year. I
I,
want him to sit a year.
we gave Donald $10 million, bro. He's our $10 million punching bag.
If anything, let him sit a year and let him take Mullins' spot right now, because Mullins right now is second.
I want that motherfucker. I want him on
take
practice
Mullins'
squad.
spot. I'll be all right with that.
I send his ass to Buffalo's practice squad, man.
The third quarterback doesn't count towards your active roster.
Not no more.
True.
Not since Philly did that shit to San Fran.
Practice squad.
Yeah, ever since Philly did that to San Fran, had McCaffrey out there throwing the ball, they changed the rule.
They changed the rules. You can have 3 quarterbacks on the roster, and the third one does not count towards the active roster. It's actually a 54-man roster now.
What happens if you go down to quarterbacks?
Well, I don't want him nowhere around, bro.
If one of your guys go down for injury, you're able to sign one, and it doesn't count towards your active roster. That's what this is for.
Okay.
Basically, you can carry 3 active QBs on your roster.
Yeah, I don't want him nowhere around the team, bro.
Isn't Jared Hall, isn't he like on the practice squad now?
I'd rather take him than Mullins.
Right.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
He's still young. Roster over.
He just ain't been the same, bro. He ain't been the same since Jeff Okudah bounced his head off the ground in Atlanta, bro.
True.
Right, and he didn't get a fair shot, in my opinion. They sent him off to Green Bay to play the Packers on that, what was it, Sunday night game, and Packers defense was just really just on fire. And
I wouldn't even, to be honest, I wouldn't even have thrown him in that game.
No mercy either. They ain't
I wouldn't even have thrown him in that game. I would have put Mullins out there to get squashed.
I'd have put Dobbs or Mullins back out there. Let them.
Bro, y'all don't remember Mullins was in that? I think Mullins started.
Yeah, he came in the second half.
Or did he come in the second half? Yeah, I know he came in. Yeah, because fucking Packers, they was tearing his ass up. But he was too timid, bro. That's what it was. He was never the same ever since Atlanta. He was worried about his head getting bounced off the ground again.
The money guys in Vegas kind of agree with my assessment of the division, anyways, right now, because they have the Bears and Vikings both at 7.5.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see the basement team with 8 wins, easy.
Right, and then they got the Packers at 9.5, and they got the Lions at 10.5. Is what they have.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's gonna be a real close division this year. I like it.
Let's remember 2022. Everyone said the Vikings were going to be in the basement. New coach, new scheme.
There you go, my boy.
Everyone said the Vikings were going to be in the basement. Everybody.
They said our defense. They said the 31st defense was going to get worse. All kind of shit.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Because the year you guys won 13 games, is that what you're talking about?
Well, the nicest thing I could say is
before the season started, everyone's like, we're going to be either last or third place.
Yeah, but last place is going to have 10 wins probably.
That's why I say not about no bullshit.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Just no bullshit. 9 for real. That's why I said we might see 8
is the absolute worst record anybody in this division is going to get. 8.
Hey, but Rob, you know who I do like though? That Wicks kid, Dontavius Wicks. I like that little motherfucker. He's under the radar. If Watson could stay healthy, y'all got a decent shit for $12 million. That's not bad. But I said, I worry about them guys stepping up if Jordan Love's off his game, bro. If a defense is really putting pressure to his ass.
I'm not worried about it, man. Look. Jordan Love did everything Rodgers did his first year with 100% less.
Better.
I mean,
better.
Bro,
better.
Aaron Jones is only in there 6 games, bro. The whole season. I agree. We had better games. Jordan Love had better games when he was in there, but Jordan Love excelled without the
no stars,
talent
really.
that other people have had behind him, bro. And he did it just as well.
I'll give him that.
I mean, 18 touchdowns in 1 pick the last 5 games. That's what his record was. 18 touchdowns in 1 pick his last 5 games. I mean,
and he had 42 overall.
That's good numbers.
How many did Rodgers have? How many did Rodgers have his first year? I went nowhere near 42.
He had slightly better numbers. I mean, Love has slightly. It's like 50 yards difference, and it's like the Rodgers had less interceptions or something. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much, but Love had more touchdowns
though.
Yeah, no, it was the touchdowns. Love beat him. Love had more.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, his first year, and then for him to have no superstar on that team, that was decent. He turned it around after I told you, bro. After we spanked him in week 8, y'all owe us a lot for that.
Bro, everybody we faced in the last half of the season got their best game from us, and it showed. We were 3-6, bro. 3-6. How are we supposed to get in the playoffs? I mean, honestly,
he whooped Mahomes' ass, boy. I was happy
Nobody's
he did
wrote
too.
off till after Thanksgiving. That's what it is. Backer
bro, that's what happened. I'm not. I don't know what. Bro, I was washed out on the season. I had a 10-game bet with Nick. I lost by 1 game, bro.
Right. 4,038. 4,038 yards. 28 touchdowns.
Hey, Robert.
Crazy.
Hey, Robert, has Nick paid up his bet yet with Isaac or no?
Not yet. No, with Ken, you mean it's with Ken. He hasn't paid him yet.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Nick had a 6-game bet. He didn't think Love was going to win more than 6 games, and he lost. He's supposed to get a tattoo.
Hey, yeah, man, I remember all the Packer fans when they went on that slide. Half the Packer fans. Oh man, put Clifford in, man. Fuck that.
So, in all actuality, Jordan Love had 83 yards better, 4 more touchdowns, and 2 less picks than Aaron Rodgers had
with less weapons. With less weapons, bro.
Right, because remember he had that team that was built.
He
for
inherited fucking he inherited who he inherited Jennings a few motherfuckers. Nice friend. They had some shit over there when he came over there.
Greg Jennings,
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy, yeah, he had Jordy. He had Greg Jennings.
Adams
he had some guys already established, man. And Jordan Love has had. I mean, Watson on a down year. I mean, and then Dobbs and Reed. Those guys were awesome. Our draft picks came through. The 2 tight ends we drafted, Kraft and Musgrave. Bro, those guys stepped up. I mean, we had all these first year, second. I didn't even think these guys were gonna fucking show out, bro. But here we are.
I was hoping LaFleur just kept on coaching how he was coaching at first, doing that bullshit with Dylan. I was hoping to keep on up. He was fucking up.
The first half of the year, I was all on LaFleur. I'm like, clearly Rodgers was the offensive coordinator for this team because the plays weren't being called the same or nothing, bro.
I'm like, damn, is Mike Zimmer in town? What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, it was horrible. It was horrible. I called out LaFleur, and then something flipped. And then he had to take over for Barry on the defense when he started giving away games. I mean, man. And we still somehow persevered. I don't know how we did.
How do you feel about them telling the Packers players that they can't even step outside their hotel rooms in Brazil? They might get robbed or shot and shit.
Yep.
Bro, it's freaky that they're going over there like this. All to make some money for the NFL. It's crazy.
There had to be some guns on the plane. Fuck that.
Well, hey man, I believe in the Second Amendment, man, and they should all be able to walk up.
Bulletproof vests.
I'm like, how crazy is the country? I know Brazil gets down, but the stadium part of the town is that fucking bad?
Well, what it is the rival soccer teams, because soccer is very prevalent there. Yep. Their colors are green. So why does the NFL send 2 teams that have predominantly green in their teams to where a hostile territory?
And they had to have known that shit.
Only 3 teams in the NFL wear green: the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Eagles.
Oh, and the Jets, bro. The Jets too. The Jets.
I forgot about the
Jets. I did too.
They wear the all whites a lot, though. They wear the mostly whites a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you send those guys there? You could have sent anybody there for week 1. But they said the NFL come out and said after because it was Jacobs who brought this out and mentioned it on their podcast for Philly. I forget what the name of it is, but it's a Philly podcast, and he publicly said, I think we got to go with armed guards, and we're going to go. He goes, you can't wear green. And the NFL came out and said, nope, not true. He goes, we should have full fans wearing their team colors in the stadium. Everything should be fine.
And Rob, it's a big part of it, though. Like, I'm gonna tell you what a big part of it is. A lot of them girls in Brazil, a lot of them ladies over there in Brazil, they fine as hell, bro. So and what they'll do, they'll get you to come to the room when you think you about to get some action. Next thing you know, motherfucker hop out with a machete on your goddamn ass, saying, "Give me everything," and they'll kill you just for no reason over there.
Bro, even if they got look, all it's going to take is one death over there because we're over there and someone dies because some bullshit, and this whole international fucking football will be over.
We're gonna have to bomb their ass, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they want to expand. They want to try to get this. I just don't see it. I don't understand how you could even put a team over there.
And I like the new kickoff rule, but
I'd be comfortable with them going to like Europe to Germany or London because
at least
they'd be safe.
Even Italy.
Well, here's the thing, man. The Olympics is adding flag football in next Summer Olympics, so football's gonna finally be in the Olympics. So now we can just build a team of all the great football players and make a team, and then we got our international football team.
Now that you mention it with the flag football, just take out the Pro Bowl completely and just throw that in the Olympics.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm telling you, this is what, Rob and Darren, this is what it should be, bro. Instead of the Pro Bowl, it should be the rookies from the AFC and the NFC facing off. The all rookie squad from the NFC and the AFC facing off. Everybody would want to see that, bro.
That would be awesome, bro. I would love that. I would love it. I mean, they want to already do away with preseason games, which I think is ridiculous. That's how you gauge your rookies, bro. That's how your rookies get some play time. That's how you find out who you're going to start.
Who to cut, all that. Hell
yeah. I don't understand why they want to mess with the game, bro.
Well, whoever gets the Hall of Fame game each year, those two teams get a third preseason game now. That is going to be huge. There's going to be teams bidding for it, if you think about it.
A lot of starters are going to play until that game.
I mean, I was all for adding more games to extend the season, but basically they took away a preseason game and just made it a regular season game. Is all they did.
More money for the
year. No, I get it, but
and the problem is
16 different cities.
They're watering down the sport. I mean, I mean, they forced the hip drop tackle to come out, and now they want to outlaw it. I mean, every time a guy runs past a guy, they're going to give up on a play because they can't grab him and fucking tackle.
You want me to tell you who's happy about that rule? This rule, the fucking Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. Mark my words. Watch it. It's going to be fucking 2 minutes left in the game. It's going to be a game deciding shit. Hip drop tackle out of nowhere.
Watch, bro, Isaac's looked it up. He said there's no penalties on Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Please. It's going to be hip drop tackles out there.
You want to hear what's crazy? There has been 51 interceptions that Pat Mahomes has thrown that has been overturned due to a defensive call. Do you know who's the next closest in the NFL?
Aaron Rodgers.
Josh Allen. You want to know how many it was?
Yeah,
wow.
7.
And he's thrown the most interceptions since 2018.
Holy shit, bro.
No quarterback.
50 touchdowns got overturned. I mean, I could see, man, a handful.
50 interceptions
came back, bro.
Got called back due to
you didn't see the game versus you didn't see when we played them in Minnesota?
What was his QBR if he got those counted against him? Holy shit.
Like 10.
What would his win-loss record be, goddammit?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my Lord.
What I'm saying is, ever since he won that first Super Bowl, he's gotten that preferential Tom Brady, Peyton Manning treatment.
Don't worry about it.
That's a number.
Right now.
You would have to throw numbers at me, but that's a hard number to overlook. 50 interceptions overturned.
That's just last season.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, y'all, because I'm telling you, there's 3 different teams that are going to be the ones that knock his ass off.
Think about that.
One season?
That was
one
just, season.
And Josh Allen was second with 7.
Oh my Lord.
That's a damn shame. That's a guy. That's
criminal, bro. That's fucking criminal.
Bro,
how does 50? How do you? I could see a handful. You know, you get some are gonna get overturned.
Or is that playoffs?
Bro, that's like our basketball team's playing right now.
It doesn't even matter if that's playoffs.
What the fuck? That's ridiculous. That's too big of a discrepancy,
That's fucking ridiculous.
Bro, that's 50 turnovers. That's fucking 50 chances at taking over a game or getting your win back. Or
now add this on. Now add this, Rob. Now add this. Obviously, he's that. And you're doing this with a great player.
In the second half, which led to their 14 points. Remember?
It's Pat Mahomes, bro. He doesn't need much.
Jacobs, one called on Cam Sutton. They couldn't call one on Brian Branch because Kadarius Stonehenge Jabroni couldn't get.
Bro, that's a lot of. Is that a real number? You're not bullshitting me, right?
I'm not bullshitting you. They've done I've watched it.
50 interceptions in 1 year. They overturned them.
Yes.
How is someone not making a big deal about this?
Not in 1
I mean,
year.
we're talking about tampering charges.
Since he came in the league, but that's still a high ass amount, bro.
Oh my God.
He ain't talking about another 1 year, but since he came in the league, bro, just think he's been in the league with how many years? 5 years now.
5 years.
That's 10 per year.
10 a year. That's to me
4 to 5 games for him.
7.
Bro, they robbed us in Minnesota so bad this year. I never thought because usually we get robbed on the road. I've never seen us get robbed in Minnesota like this before. How they did. 4 different bro.
At least Rodgers threw the ball out of bounds and didn't give you a chance to pick
I'm glad you brought him up,
Yeah.
Rob. I'm glad you brought him
fuck?
up. I'm
What
glad you
the
brought him up
fuck,
because
bro?
I'm glad you brought him up, Rob. Between Rodgers, Burrow, or the Houston, one of them three teams are going to knock Mahomes off at that high horse this year. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah,
Between
I think
one
this
of
is the
those
year.
three.
They're not going to three-peat. They're not going to
Baltimore too.
There's
Baltimore.
one more to it. Yeah, Baltimore. I was gonna say, don't forget Baltimore because now that they got Derrick Henry, that RPO is nasty.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
starting to think they're like the
Rodgers.
Cowboys, man. They fucking great in the regular season.
And that motherfucker Rodgers got a nice squad over there with him too, man.
Yeah,
The
and
Cowboys of the AFC.
Dallas should pay
Bro.
CD and Micah and let Dak walk.
Well, I think they're going to wait because McCarthy and Dak are in their last year. So if they don't bring a title, Jerry has no reason to keep either of them.
They're gonna keep Dak again, but he's gonna be last. He's gonna be last on the totem pole this time. They're gonna pay CD first, probably, then Micah, and then Dak's gonna have to get that restructured deal because he ain't putting up. Jerry Jones is too arrogant, bro. He's not gonna give up on that. He doesn't want to be wrong. Yeah. You gotta think about that. That's why when they asked the question on the Packers show, who's gonna lose their job first between him and Watson, I'm telling you right now, Watson's losing that job first.
Well, now I can say it without offending you because Dak Cousins is in Dallas and Kirk Prescott's in
that's the black Kirk Cousins. Bro, you think that offends me, bro? I say that joke all the time.
I had many conversation about that because it's the same thing, bro. He's done nothing in the playoffs.
Bro, no, that's a true story that happened. That's why Amari Cooper got traded from the team, bro. He called Dak at the press meeting, and then Dak tried to come across.
I was wondering why they left off because Amari was great for their team, bro. They suddenly just like, we don't need you.
Man, he told Dak, "You shut the fuck up because you're the black Kirk Cousins," and Dak tried to fight him. Next thing you know, his ass was off the team.
Dude, they're sinking ship when they got to bring back their old ass running back.
You know you're
we got stuff left undone. Yeah, right, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Dude,
and then these motherfuckers
they didn't make I knew it was gonna be a bad year for them. They didn't make any fucking moves in the offseason.
They got no money. They're capped.
The only fucking player that they brought in was Eric Kendricks for 1 year.
And don't forget they went and got motherfucking Mike Zimmer off the shelf. I can't wait to watch that. I can't wait. Now, don't get me wrong. Now that he's fully focused on defense, he might be able to swing it. Now that he's not got his hand in the office, he might be able to with that because they got a nice defense.
I mean, and then at the same time, you also got to think what does Mike have left in his fucking noggin?
Him and McCarthy gonna be fighting by week 3.
Bro, McCarthy's offense looks as stagnant as always, bro. Does great in the offseason. I mean, we've seen it in Green Bay. And then blow it in the fucking goddamn playoffs.
Hey man, 2 washed up motherfuckers. That's a horrible combination right there. You
got a washed up dude that reads off of fucking Denny's fucking menu. Then you got fucking Mike Zimmer, double eye patch.
And they're both so fucking stubborn that even when they know shit's going wrong, they won't change it.
I mean, bro, anybody could have went there for the DC job. It was open. Right. I mean, it was wide open, and that's the best they could do is retired ass Mike Zimmer.
They couldn't find nobody, bro. Didn't nobody want to fuck with it. You gotta know who wants to be the next scapegoat. They already know what time it is when you sign up for that job. You're signing up for money.
See, I thought Mike Zimmer would have turned it down and been like, "No, I'm staying here."
I know, bro. I did too. I'm no way did I think anybody. Holy shit!
Packers beat that ass so goddamn bad. I would have fired the whole fucking.
I was convinced McCarthy was cut, and then Bill Belichick was going to get the job. I thought this is something Jerry Jones would do is get like Bill Belichick.
And that's why I was glad too. And LaFleur finally did it too, Rob. He finally showed no mercy. He kept landing on it. I'm like, damn, don't call the dogs off. Beat their ass, LaFleur. Beat the fuck out of them.
He just kept whooping them. Bro, I was there at the game. I paid $800 to sit in the nosebleeds with my old lady. And in the third quarter, when it was 42-16 or whatever it was, the fans were leaving. All I was doing was watching them. I took that white towel they gave us and I was throwing it. Take that shit with you.
I'm like, damn, LaFleur, at least put Clifford in on them. God damn,
bro. And the fans were some left at halftime, but man, when they were up 42 to like 16, it was over.
That's why I said Aaron Jones still got a lot left, bro. He proved that to me. I'm telling you,
bro. I didn't want to get rid of Aaron Jones. I had no idea they were even eyeballing Jacobs. When they called
you got the younger version. You got the younger version of him.
Yeah, I get that, but Bro,
he means a lot. He means a lot in Green Bay. That's why
I learned one thing. If you're a player, get all the money you can get up front, bro. I don't blame JJ for fucking asking. I was giving you guys shit about $35 million. Honestly, bro, get all you can get because the quarterbacks are putting out there. The quarterbacks are getting paid. I mean, look, Goff got paid, bro. I mean, come on, get your money because one day the team's going to ask you, I can't pay you this much. So if you want to stay, you're going to have to take this,
or a little bit of a drop in production. Oh, I think we're going to restructure you. We're going to restructure you, or you get hurt or something. These teams, man.
Bro, Kenny Clark had his best season last year, and he's up for a contract, and everybody's like, well, maybe we're going to let him go. What?
That's why.
How the fuck are you going to let him go, man? How are you going to let him go? We're going younger. We're going younger, bro. He had his best season last year, bro. Come on.
And I think Aaron Jones is so loved in the town. I think if Aaron Jones manages scoring leaks, I don't think they're going to push him down, bro. I don't think they will. He might get a little beer to the head.
So, hey, look, when do we play you guys? Like week 4? Is that the first matchup or something?
I think week 4, yep.
Yeah, because you guys are, and then we don't play anybody until the Bears like week 11 or something. But it's like early as you guys like the first quarter games.
Week 5, actually, yeah.
I hope Aaron Jones is healthy at that point because I really want his best shot. I mean, honestly, we let him go. Man, he deserves his shot at us, bro. He deserves to get his – bro, that's what players do when they get booted and they get disgruntled like he did. They come back and they fucking bring it to you, bro.
You think Stephon Diggs is going to try to bring – you think Stephon Diggs is going to try to bring it to us? With Houston?
Yeah. Oh,
I hope we beat his ass all night. I'm going to that game, bro. I'm about to be.
He was salty when he left you guys. He was salty.
Bro, I hope we beat his ass. I hope we make him cry on it for everybody. He just got exposed. Man, they just paid his ass. Man, they gave him $35 million to get out of fucking town and only got a second-round pick. Does it not prove what Minnesota fans were saying? Bro, he just dropped a pass that all of our receivers would have caught to get him to the next round. Motherfucking Josh Allen, perfect ball. If I was Josh Allen, I'm not bullshit. I would have got to choking him out there in front of everybody. Do you remember how he did Josh Allen the last playoff game before that? Cussing him out, throwing shit at him in front of everybody? I ain't lying, bro. I'd have beat his ass out there in front of everybody if I was Josh Allen. It's your turn. So now it's your turn. That motherfucker, I'm telling you, he's no good. That's why we're going to beat Houston. He's no good, bro. If your last name is Diggs, and you're in the NFL, there's something not right with you.
But anyway, I've been warning Bears fans about the Swift signing, and they were like, why do we got to be worried about it? I said, you realize the only end zone he drops passes in are the ones at Soldier Field.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker take one good hit. One good hit, he's out for 5 weeks.
Every time.
They're all counting on he has a year like he had last year in Philly. I mean, he wasn't the primary guy over there last year.
They don't have Philly's O-line.
He did. No, he did. No, I ain't gonna lie. He did have a pretty good year. He fucked Minnesota because we beat their ass until he started. But the thing is,
they don't even have.
They don't have half the O-line that Philly has, bro. Not even half
anything remotely to Philly's O-line.
Man, that O-line, man. Me and you, all of us right now. All of us right now.
You can't tell Bear fans. Caleb's going to be running for his life, bro. Especially when he plays us. We're switching over, and we got some nasty dudes, man. But everybody's going to send pressure at Caleb.
Man, we're putting that 70% on his ass.
When he goes up against,
we're putting 70% on his ass, Rob. Dallas Turner, and for his ass. I'm telling you, I'm writing Brian Flores on Twitter the day before. I'm talking about 70%, not a percent lower for this motherfucker. 70% blitz the whole fucking game.
Bro, that's what you do to rookie quarterbacks. They don't get it. They think he's going to have this great look, man. I'm Ken Dobb. He's like, if he's a quarter of what he is, we'll just have like 7-8 wins. If he's half of what he is, we're going to contend for the division. If he's 3/4 of the, we're going to probably win the NFC. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
If they had a Tampa Bay, Green Bay, or Detroit type of line or Philly line, I put some into it. Bro, that line was ranked 21st last year. They
literally added a new guy at every position on the fucking offense. I mean, go look it up. They literally added, they got a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, either drafted or got him in free agency. Lineman, I mean.
They got a nice bang for their buck. I won't lie. But the thing is, if that motherfucker's running for his life, if he's got
a new OC, they're the only ones who drafted a punter, I think.
No, we got a kicker. We got the guy from we got the NCAA title holder from
I know, but they drafted a punter, man.
A punter. Oh, he said a punter.
Yeah, they drafted a punter, bro.
But they said that motherfucker's a bad motherfucker, though, Rob. Hey, Rob, they said that motherfucker's killing you deep every time, bro. The dude from Iowa, right?
Yeah,
I just think they needed someone reliable. They punt a lot.
Shit, you gotta
They're
think.
going
Shit,
to
if
punt a
you're
lot.
gonna
They
punt a
punt
lot,
a
yeah.
lot, bro. They
If you're
punt
gonna
a
punt a
lot.
lot,
I
you
don't
might as well have the
know.
best in the game. Might as well have the best in the game. Shit.
They punt a lot. They wanted to make sure they could aim it.
I'm
better.
telling
I
you, they
don't know.
want to keep. They want to troll JJ McCarthy. I'm telling you right now. I'll go on record saying it. JJ McCarthy is gonna be a better quarterback and have a better career than Caleb Williams. I'm willing to say it right now before it even gets started.
Look, man, I don't know that he's going to be this great thing his first year, but I mean, if he's half the talent, like they say, he's going to evolve into it. The Bears have never had a team like this on offense ever in their career. Go look it up. They've never had it.
I don't think so.
Dude,
Bear fans, that's why they're delusional. They don't know what to do, bro. They do not know what to
I ain't
do.
gonna lie, that offense is stacked. If you can get them the ball. If you can get them the ball.
Before in my
Before
life.
we got to get off here, I got to say one thing. They're so delusional. They think T. Higgins would be wide receiver 4 on that team.
4, yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ken said that he would be wide receiver 4 on our team. T. Higgins.
I couldn't believe that. Motherfucker would be 1 or 2 for sure. I think he'd probably be. He damn near fight for that number 1 spot.
They just trying to cover up the fact they got like $30 million against the cap on Allen, his old ass in his walker.
Yep.
They
got a lot of money tied up in it, bro.
And they think I'm trolling. If we were starting JJ McCarthy day 1, I'd say the same shit. If we were starting our quarterback, if we were starting JJ McCarthy day 1, I'd say the same damn thing. We're in some trouble, bro. It's not even about the skill level, bro. They're not ready for that kind of hit yet. Blind side hit, motherfucking DJ Reader, Kenny Clark, and all these other motherfuckers that we got that get hit. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that shit. All right.
Don't you remember the 8 plays that Justin Fields lasted in his first game because he had to come out because homeboy got hurt versus Cleveland?
Miles Garrett tore his ass up, bro.
The NFL is actually pretty slow. I was like, it's pretty slow because you're playing against your defense.
Yes, bro.
He comes out.
That's where that meme comes up where he's all busted looking. All messed up, bro.
Frog on crack rock.
Yeah, Jeff One did show a lot of heart in that game, though. Miles Garrett fucked him up bad, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Hit him so hard, his kids are gonna come out stupid.
For real. Not tattoo with that number on their forehead.
I don't want to see McCarthy until next year, though, man. I want him to sit the whole year. We got to try a different approach with this shit.
Yeah,
man.
you just let those other guys take the beating, man. You don't want your rookie to get killed, bro.
$10 million punching bag. And you got to think. Although we know Darnold is trash.
The only quarterback on this roster I want to take a beating is fucking Nick Mullins.
No,
Got a grudge against this guy, so I like.
Nobody else about to give Darnold ass no $10 million.
Every time you start to lose, switch to Mullins. Let him take the ass whooping.
No, Darnold better own this shit. You motherfucker, when nobody else about to give you $10 million, this your last shot, or you're going to Walmart, buddy.
Yeah, bro.
Not even that. We'll trade him to the UFL.
I was gonna say the CFL something. He's gonna go somewhere else.
You can probably find something better there.
Oh, did you hear about Johnny Manziel getting kicked out of the CFL because he failed the fucking test?
Because Nick Green was talking about Jay Sternberger, how he's doing really well over there. That Sternberger had, but he couldn't make it here.
Johnny Football he's saying he's doing coke again?
No,
probably.
He was
fucking. Or was it alcohol, bro?
Drinking and smoking weed.
If it was, that ain't shit.
Yeah, but
they kicked him out of the CFL for that.
CFL don't fucking play about shit like that.
Yeah, they got some. They got some
legit. Wonder Darcy's so gay.
Yeah, exactly.
No wonder, and the motherfuckers punt on 3rd down. They punt on 3rd down, dude. Why would I watch a sport that punts on 3rd down?
The only part I don't agree. If they played it with the 4 downs thing, I'd be good with it. But what I do like is when you see these guys that come in from there that actually develop because nobody wanted to take the time to develop them here in the NFL. You know, like Matthew Betts was a Bears cast-off from the Nagy regime.
Okay.
And he's coming in at OTAs, and they say, you remember how elite they said James Houston was his rookie year? They're saying Bend is better than James Houston. And he's almost the size of Hutchinson.
That's a heavy comparison, bro.
Right. So he's like 6'3" and 250 pounds, whereas James Houston is 6'1" and 210.
Well, I mean, you needed to give Hutch some help, right?
Right, and that's what we needed. And I said after watching game film,
Davenport should be on the bench now.
Davenport should be a rotation.
Hey, I'm not bullshit. He should be second string now, bro. Give a guy a breather. I'm telling you, because he's decent, but he's gonna be fucking hurt in week 2 too.
Here's the crazy thing: he's only played. Davenport's only played 16 games in 3 seasons. He has 22 sacks in those 16 games.
But if you go off the last 2 years, that motherfucker, he's at like 2.5 sacks in the last 2, bro.
I know, but he had the year that he played the 10 games.
And you know what's crazy though, Jeremy? The few games
Why such a drop off?
The few games he played for us, he looked good, bro. He was out there setting the edge and shit. He was doing pretty good.
Somebody figure out his tell or something. Know how to take him out.
That motherfucker more fragile than Dalvin Cook.
All they had to do was run at him, and he
go ahead and we're gonna close out at that time. I thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, man.
For sure, bro.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Around the Indoor Football World, Shield TV, and The Big Football Show. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Brosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, Bodkin Show, and Spirit of Detroit Podcast. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Wrestling Roundup, Skol Gang 365, First and 10 with Foz, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballin' Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, 313 Den Podcast, Puckett, The Guys Huddle, Main Event Football Show, Let's Talk Sports, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, and Off the Rails. Hope you enjoy all the shows and feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe.